Anyhow, let us come to today's class. In today's class, we are going to study change of state of matter. Elamukil, you don't need to worry about that. You just continue from here. Later, you can watch the remaining concepts. Is it okay, da? So, okay. So, all of you now keep heading. Today, we are going to study change, understanding, change of state of matter. Change of state of matter. So very simple concept, very easy, but you have to understand very well. Understand. So let us start with, as we know that matter can exist in 3 states. Can you able to say what is that, please?
Solid, liquid, gas.
What is that? Who is saying that?
Solid, liquid, gas.
Who is that name?
Sir, Ilamugil.
Ilamukil. Very good, Ilamukil. So as we know that matter can exist in 3 physical states. So what is that? Others don't know. Solid state, liquid state, and as well as gaseous state. So gaseous state also we used to call with another name. What is that name called as? Vapor state. So if you take any kind of matter, basically, so matter is existed in 3 states. Understand? So in the first one is called as, what is that? Solid state. Solid state, and the second one is called as liquid state, and as well as third one is called as gaseous state. Gaseous state. So gaseous state also we can call it as vapor state. All of you should remember. Also we can call it as what?
Vapor state.
Vapor state means gaseous state. So now for example you can take the most famous substance or is a universal solvent we used to call it as water. So now, water is existed in the 3 forms. Can you able to say what is the 3 forms? Water can exist. If you take water,
Solid, liquid.
water you can take. Water can exist in 3 forms. What is that forms? Can you able to say? Please.
Sir, ice. Ice.
Very good. So if you take water, Darun, you can speak.
Liquid.
So if you take water, water exists as a solid. Understand? Water is exists as a solid. Example I am saying. If you take a water, understand? Water is exists as a solid in the form of what? In the form of ice.
Ice.
As well as if you take water as a liquid in the form of what? Liquid water. We used to call it as water only. When it is liquid state, we used to call it as water. As well as if you take as a gas in the form of what? We used to call it as steam.
Water vapor.
Water vapor.
Water vapor.
Steam. Have you heard a word called as steam? Also we can call that water vapor. What we should call?
Vapor.
Water vapor. So that is. So if you observe here, water. Understand? Water is existed in the form of 3 states, in the form of solid as a ice, liquid as a water, in the form of gas as a water vapor. Is it yes or no? Darun?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now you see here. So we used to get water. Mavanesh, everybody need to communicate. If you observe here, water comes as ice out of the freezer of a refrigerator. Is it yes or no? If you take a refrigerator,
Yes,
if you
sir.
Yes, sir.
in the refrigerator, it will freeze. It means in the sense of it will convert the water into solid state. So that is only we used to call it as freeze. Understand? It is freezers. Understand? It will freezer will be there. So we have a freezer of a refrigerator. So what is the use of this freezer? It will be convert
Fishing.
water into
ice.
understand? Freeze.
Water into ice.
Yeah, defreeze. You people may call it as defreeze. Do you know defreeze in our freeze? Your refrigerator, we have a defreeze. Yes or no? They are
Yes,
only
sir. Yes, sir. Defrost.
we keep the stored water, it will be turns into ice. Is it yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is. So water comes as ice out of the freezer of refrigerator, as well as if you open the tap, what will happen? Water out of a tap, in the sense of what? Liquid. Is it yes or no? If you open your tap, is it coming in a liquid form or gases or solid? It is coming in a
Liquid form.
liquid form.
Liquid form.
Liquid form, sir.
While your mother cooking a rice, or else if you are having a kettle where we are boiling water, we can see that fumes are going up, means in the sense of what? It is a steam,
Gaseous state.
water
Steam,
vapor. Is it or no? Gaseous
sir.
state. So here, from this water only we can see that, let us, for example, water is a matter. We can convert this water into different states, into solids or liquids or gases by applying two ways. We have two methods of converting. Understand? You may notice it. Here freezer. Freezer is doing, understand, by reducing temperature. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? By
Yes,
reducing
sir.
temperature, freezer
Yes, sir.
is making into solid. Understanding? Water. Now, by increasing temperature, water can be converting into steam. So here, by reducing temperature means in the sense of by pressurizing, by applying much amount of pressure, all the particles are coming close, so that it can be becoming like a solid. So we can change the physical state of matter, any kind of matter, by using two methods or two ways. One is by changing temperature. What is the first method? By changing
Temperature.
temperature. Or second method, by changing the pressure. Understand? You can
Yes,
change
sir.
the temperature,
Sir.
you can change the state of matter. Or by
Yes, sir.
changing the pressure also, you can change the state of matter. For example, let us take, when we say that, sir, how the pressure, sir, is it true? Yes, it is true. For example, let us take, we can say that, understand, the change of state of matter by changing the temperature means that the state of matter can be changed by heating it or cooling it. Is it yes or no? If I'll say temperature, is only increasing temperature or decreasing temperature also? If I'll say temperature,
The two also.
place only because of temperature, means in a sense of only increasing temperature or decreasing temperature or both?
Both, sir.
Both. Because by decreasing temperature, for example, if we take water only, we are making into what? Ice. By increasing temperature, we are making into what? Gaseous.
Steam.
Water vapor, steam. So that only, understanding, if we'll say that by changing temperature, I can change the state of matter. Understand? Means in the sense of changing temperature means in the sense of what? Maybe by heating or maybe by what? Cooling. Both are called as change in temperature only. Understand? I may heat it or maybe I may cool it. So you can, yeah, when we can say that we can change the state of matter by changing temperature, means in the sense of maybe by heating or maybe by cooling it. Now, our second method, if I will say that matter can be changing by pressure, understanding, state of matter can be changing by pressure, means in the sense of, what is that? By changing pressure means in the sense of what? Increasing pressure. This is temperature, temp, and this is pressure. So pressure in the sense of what? By increasing pressure.
Increasing.
Or also I can use what?
Increasing.
I can use what? Decreasing.
Increasing, sir.
So always by pressure means in the sense of not only increasing or not only decreasing, by increasing pressure or by decreasing pressure,
Increasing pressure.
I can do it. But if I will use increasing pressure on it, means in the sense of compressing. I am pressuring you, means in the sense of I am compressing. Understand? So increasing pressure in the sense of compressing it. That is what you should remember. Increasing pressure, compressing. Decreasing means normally decreasing only. So now, what will happen here? Understanding, by changing temperature or by changing pressure, what will happen means in the sense of, so as we know that if we take any kind of matter, they have a spaces between them. Is it yes or no? If we take any matter, solid or
Yes,
liquid,
Sir.
so definitely they have some spaces between them. Is it yes or no? So particles
sir.
are, understand, they have spaces between them. Is it true or not? I have taught you in the last previous classes all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Matter, so the particles, they have spaces between them. Understand? So now you see what will happen means, so the spaces between this particle, the force of attraction between the particles and the amount of movement of particles can be changed by changing the pressure or by changing the temperature of a substance. So if I will increase the temperature or if I will decrease the temperature or if I will increase the pressure or if I will decrease the pressure, then because of that, what will happen? We can observe the changes of the spaces between the particles. Understanding? As well as the force of attraction present between the particles, as well as the amount of movement, means in the sense of the kinetic energy of the particles maybe decreases or maybe increases depend upon increasing heating or cooling or increasing pressure or decreasing pressure. So if you do any kind of thing, so depending on the pressure and temperature, etc., the same substance can exist in all the three physical states. So what is the solid,
Solid, liquid, gas.
gas. So if we'll do this change in temperature and change in pressure, so what kind of changes will take place in matter? What you people will say? Let me see who will speak. If I'll change in temperature or else if I'll change in pressure, so what will happen? What kind of changes we can observe? The spaces, understanding, the spaces between the particles may change and the force of attraction between the particles may change, as well as the kinetic energy will change. So these are the changes will take place in the matter. Do you understand, Ra? Increase and
Okay, sir.
so these are the changes will take place when we apply the pressure or temperature. Do you understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now, for example, let us take. So I can change the state of matter by increasing temperature or by changing temperature or by changing in pressure. So because of this change in temperature and pressure, a matter, same substance can exist in all the three physical states. One is what? Solid. Next one is what?
Liquid
Liquid gas.
and gas.
Gas. Understand? So now, let us discuss, for example, under normal pressure, if we take, like in the sense of atmospheric pressure. So actually, if we take, at normal pressure means 1 atm. This is the normal atmospheric temperature. All of you should remember. At normal atmospheric temperature, at 1 atm only, you should remember it. Okay? So if we take at normal pressure, water exists as a solid in the form of ice. If you keep the pressure at 1 atm and if it reduces the temperature 0 degrees Celsius, understand, or below, less than 0 degrees Celsius, means the sense of minus 1 degree Celsius, minus 2 degrees Celsius, minus 3 degrees Celsius, less than this, understand, 0 or less than that, if it will go at this 1 atmosphere, then water is existed in the form of what? It is existed in the form of ice. Understand? So that is what? So till now you may study that. What is the freezing point of water? What is that? 0 degrees
0 degree Celsius.
Understand? As a 9th class student, if you say till 7th and 6th, it is accepted. But you cannot define any kind of, understand, anything in this nature with a single quantity. The minimum number of quantities required to mention any kind of thing is 2. Understanding? So here also, if we take how the ice is present, understanding, in the form, water is present in the solid state, not only because of temperature. Is there one more parameter? What is that? What is that?
Atmospheric pressure.
Pressure, not atmospheric pressure, pressure. So if you want to define anything in this nature, the minimum number of quantities required is how many? 2 quantities.
2.
So single quantity, you cannot define anything. Understanding? It is not possible to define. So here, water is present as a solid, like in the sense of ice, not only because of temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, and also pressure is what? Pressure is what? 1 atmosphere.
1
Understand?
atm.
That is the thing. Understand? If pressure is varies, then water cannot freeze us, or else water cannot become solid. Understand? At 0 degrees Celsius. Do you understand, Amma?
Yes, sir.
That is
Sir.
what importance. Understand? So for example, let us comes to here. I will teach you that also. Now, as we know that water exists as a liquid in the form of water at room temperature. Now, for example, if we take at the same 1 atmospheric pressure, if we take room temperature presently 30 degrees Celsius, let me take. So at this 30 degrees Celsius means in the sense of after 0 degrees Celsius. If we'll take temperature at 1 degree Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees Celsius, like that. Normal room temperature, you consider normal room temperature 30 degrees Celsius. At the 30 degrees Celsius, what is the state of water? In our home, you can see. What is the state of water?
Liquid.
Liquid state. Is it yes or no?
Wait, sir.
Water
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
exists as a liquid in the form of understanding water at room temperature. Now, if we'll go to the gas, understanding. So as a gas in the form of steam at a temperature of, again what? Same 1 atmospheric pressure, but the temperature you have to keep 100 degrees Celsius, 100 degree, above 100 and above 100 degrees Celsius. If we'll keep above or 100 degrees minimum. So if we'll keep less than that, no kind of gases will form. 100 degrees and above 100 degrees only, the gaseous state of water will form. So that is only we used to call as what? Steam. Do you understand that? Steam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, let us see the general discussion. So from this we can say that, so the two factors which decides whether a given substance would be in a solid, would be in a liquid or a gaseous state. What are that? What are that?
Sir, and
Temperature and
temperature.
pressure.
Temperature. Others also should remember. So one is temperature and another one is what?
Pressure.
Pressure. So now, let us start. So this is the thing you should understand. Now I am saying you, if you want to define anything, understand. So if you want to decide any kind of thing at anything, so minimum two factors should be remembered. Understand, if you want to decide a given substance is a solid, a liquid or gas, two factors should decide. One is temperature as well as another one is what? Pressure. Now, let us see, sir, how, sir? Shall we start now a little bit of the in detail discussion? So now suppose I will ask you to prepare a steam. So what you people will do generally? Let us discuss one by one. I will ask you to prepare a steam. What you people will do now?
Sir, will heat the water.
Will heat the water. Is the only way?
Boiled water, sir.
Is it the only way? Think,
No,
use
sir.
brain. Use brain. Is it the only way to produce the steam?
Sir, increase the temperature.
Increase the temperature. Is it the only way I am asking, Yelamukil? Darun, suppose your teacher will ask you, prepare steam. So what you people will do? Is it the only way to prepare a steam with the help of increasing temperature? You people are saying that only by increasing temperature we can change it. Is it yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So okay. So if you want to increase the temperature, what we should do now? We have to start burning something so that at understanding 1 atm means at normal pressure. So we have to heat water till what temperature? 100 degrees Celsius. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So basically let me consider room temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, room temperature. So now if you want to, if I will ask you to produce the steam, so you people need to increase the temperature. Understand? So till 100 and above 100. Is it yes or no? Above 100 degrees Celsius.
Yes, sir.
Rising temperature from, let me imagine from 0 degrees to 100 degrees. It is a very, very long process and we have to burn a lot of fuel. Is it yes or no? We have to burn the gas huge amount. Yes or no, Alana?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is a general method
Yes, sir.
to produce steam. Yes, Monish? But you see, a smart fellow, those having a vacuum cleaner or else those who are having a vacuum pump, you remember, he will never heat, but he will change it into vapor state. He will convert into vapor state. Just imagine, do you understand? If this pressure is reduced into just, if we reduce this pressure into 0.62 atms, understand, 1 atm will become how much now? 0.62 atms. Reduce in pressure. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Reduce in pressure. Do you understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes,
if you
sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood, sir.
just for your understanding, I'm saying, if you reduce the pressure by 0.62 atms, do you know it? Water will be evaporated at 26 degrees Celsius itself. It will be in gaseous state. I'm not joking. It is a fact. Do you understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
So if you reduce the pressure just 0.3, understanding 38, 0.38, if you reduce the pressure, then temperature how much fall? Have you understanding? Drastical change in temperature. Have you noticed it? Yes.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, one doubt, sir.
Ask me.
Sir, when we put water in vacuum, what will happen, sir?
Vacuum not. We have to reduce the pressure. Vacuum means that nothing will be. There is no kind of. We cannot keep in vacuum because something should be there to hold the water. Correct.
Okay, sir.
Vacuum, if we'll keep in that, then it won't fall down. It won't be do any action because we cannot do anything. Vacuum means everything will be flying only. There is nothing, empty space. Like asteroids, like how these astronomers will be flying. Have you watched in movies? The same way, if you keep the water drop,
Yes, sir.
like that only it will be.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
That is. So we cannot create vacuum. So just if we reduce the pressure into 0.62, that's all. Water is evaporating at what temperature? By 26 degrees Celsius itself. So that much low.
Yes, sir.
So is it the only way to create a gaseous state? By increasing temperature? By reducing
No, sir.
we can create. Yes or no? That is what. Understand? So always somebody will ask you, what is the boiling point of water? What you people will say? Let me ask. Till now you people will say, what is the boiling point of water? You people will say that 100 degrees Celsius. Is it yes? Is it yes?
No, sir.
Boiling point means where it will where it will be converting into gaseous state. What is the boiling point of water? 100 degrees Celsius. It is true. Yes, it is true. But one more parameter you should include now. What is that parameter?
26 degrees Celsius, sir.
1 ATM.
That is by reducing pressure. Understanding? That is not I am asking. Basically, the general room temperature, understanding, the general way. If they'll ask you what is the boiling point of water, boiling point means in the sense of where the liquid state will be converting into gaseous state. So boiling point of water is, we have studied that 100 degrees Celsius. But one more parameter you should include here. What is the parameter I'm saying? At what?
1 ATM.
At 1 atm. That is what? Pressure. So without this, your definition is invalid. Do you understand? So that is what, while you are mentioning any kind of state of matter, we should speak about the two parameters. One is temperature as well as pressure. Suppose I will ask you freezing point. Freezing point means in the sense of where the water will be converting into ice. Or else, if I'll ask you melting point, where the ice will be converting into liquid water, melting point. So what you people will say? So freezing point and melting point both are same. That is 0 degrees Celsius. More than this, liquid state. Less than this, solid state. At what? At
1 ATM.
At 1 atm. This is the perfect definition. So if you say just 0 degrees Celsius, incomplete definition. 100 degrees Celsius, incomplete definition. It is not accepted in higher classes. Understand? So now onwards, if somebody
Yes, sir.
will ask you, what is the boiling point of water? So what we people will say? It is 100 degrees Celsius and 1 atmospheric
1
pressure.
ATM.
1 atm.
1 atmospheric pressure. Do you understand? So that is, if they will ask you melting point, what is that? 0 degrees Celsius and as well as at what? 1
ATM.
Understand? So without that, it is not a valid definition. But so many they don't know, so they will still use that. Understand? So that is why we should know that always, if you want to define any kind of physical quantity, this state of matter, so how many factors we should discuss always? 2 factors. What is that? Temperature and as well as pressure. Okay, wow. So now we will see effects of change of temperature. If we'll change the temperature, then what kind of effect will take place? That is all we'll study now. So before that, we should write few things. Understand? You write it. Change of state of matter. Have you kept the heading change of state of matter? Alana? Hey, Maunis, communicate. Darun, you also. Right. Change of state of matter. Change of state of matter. Matter can exist in 3 states. Matter can exist in three physical states. Is it what? Telangana, sorry, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana. Yes? Three physical states. What is that? For Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra. Yes, Ra? What is that, Ra? Right. Matter can exist in three physical states.
Solid, liquid, gas.
Yes. Matter can exist in three physical states. Solid state, you write it. Solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. Solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. So gaseous state also we can call it as what? Gaseous state also we can call it as what?
Vapor state.
Vapor state. Vapor state. Gaseous state also we can call it as vapor state. Next slide. We can change the physical state of matter. We can change the physical state of matter. Physical state of matter. Matter in how many ways, Ra? Maunesh? How many ways? In two ways. In two ways. What is the first way? By Varun, by changing the temperature. By changing the temperature. And the next one. What is the second one? What is the second one?
By changing pressure.
By changing the
Pressure.
pressure. By changing the pressure. Do it. By changing the pressure. Once it is completed, you tell me. Yes? Completed?
Sir, completed, sir.
Hey, Mavanesh, what happened, man? Communicate, man. You unmute her. No response. If you are speaking only, it will come. Education will come with the communication, not with the by-hearting now. Now, let us see example. We'll write one example. So, water only. So, you can keep example and you write water. So, example. So, what is that? Water. We take water. First, what is the ice? Ice and water, and as well as what is that? Water vapor. Water vapor. So now here what? What is that? 0 degrees Celsius or below. 0 degrees Celsius or below. But pressure is how much? At 1 atm. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? Next.
Yes, sir.
What? At room temperature. At room temperature. And what is the pressure? At 1 atm. Next, this is 100 degrees Celsius or above. 100 degrees Celsius or above. So what is the pressure? At 1 atm. Do you understand? Yes or no? Right. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I go for it now? It's okay. So now all of you keep waiting. First one, by changing temperature, how it will be, let us see. Right, all of you keep heading. Effects of change of temperature. All of you keep heading. Effects of change of temperature. Effects of change of temperature. Effects of change of temperature. Effect of change of temperature. Effect of change of temperature. Shall we start, Ra? Yes? If you will say yes, I will start.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alana, are you writing, Alana? This is very important. So let us see now. So if you'll observe here, let us generally discuss. By increasing the temperature, means in the sense of by heating. By increasing temperature. By increasing temperature, means in the sense of what? By heating. By heating, I can do one thing. What is that? Can be converted into liquid state. Is it yes or no? By increasing temperature, a solid can be converting into what? A solid can be converting into what?
Liquid.
Is it yes or no? And as well as
Yes, sir.
a liquid can be converting into what? By heating.
Gas.
Yes.
Solid can be converting into liquid as well as by again heating. A liquid can be converting into what? Gas.
Gas.
Is it yes or no? Gas is staying.
Yes, sir.
So now, as well as by decreasing temperature, means in the sense of by cooling, by decreasing temperature. Decreasing temperature, because only now we are discussing temperature, so that here pressure is constant. What is the pressure now? What is the pressure now?
180
Constant pressure. 180.
180.
That everything fixed constant
180
temperature. By decreasing temperature, means in the sense of what is the process called as? By cooling.
cooling.
Understanding? Heating and cooling. Now what will happen? Gas can be converting into.
Liquid.
Gas can be converting into
Liquid.
liquid. Understand? Now again by cooling, liquid can be converting into
Solid.
solid. So this is what will take place. Is it yes or no? So this
Yes,
is
sir.
increasing temperature and this is by decreasing temperature. Understand? So you remember these points. Then if you remember this, then one by one we will start studying. So please note it down this. So these are the two things, by increasing temperature, and the second one is what? By decreasing temperature. Please do it. Note it down. Over. Completed?
No, sir.
Do it, do it.
Completed, sir.
So now, let us go with the first process. What is the first process now? By increasing temperature. In that also, what is the first one? Converting
Solid to liquid.
solid
Solid
to
to liquid.
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 Understand? So now, let us comes to here. All of you observe. Understanding. First process is called as converting solid to. All of you keep heading. Solid to liquid change. Solid to liquid change. So we have a name for this process. Whenever we are converting solid to liquid, we have a name. So that is only called as melting. What we should call Ra?
Melting.
Melting. All of you should note it down. So please keep this heading and let us go with that. Keep this heading, all of you. Now, let us take water only again. So now, if we start heating the ice, what will happen, Ra? If we start, if we heat the ice, what will happen? No need to heat. If we take in our hand also enough. Suppose I have kept the ice in pan.
It turns into
What will happen?
liquid.
It will changes into what?
Liquid.
Liquid.
Liquid water. So in this case, if we'll observe a solid ice, ice is a solid. Understand? A solid ice change into water. So that what will happen? The change of state takes place. Is it yes or no? The change of state takes place. Yes or no? So what change takes place?
Sir.
Sir.
Solid state to
Liquid.
liquid state.
Liquid.
Because of increasing temperature, I have converted the ice into water, means in the sense of the change of state has been takes place. So that is only from solid state to liquid state. So here if we'll observe the process of this converting solid state to liquid state, understand? The process in which a substance changes into a liquid state, solid state to liquid state. By what? On heating. What we used to call?
On heating.
Understand? On heating is only called as, what we should call? The name called as?
Melting.
Melting. So the name of that process is called as melting. So remember, melting also we can call it as fusion. So many don't know this word. So melting also, another name of melting, what we should call? Fusion. Understanding? F-U-S-I-O-N. So I can say that the converting, when ice changes into water on heating, it is called as melting of ice. Or else also I can call it as fusion of ice. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
So here if we'll observe, the change takes place during this melting. Understanding? A change takes place during this melting. That is from solid state to liquid state. So the melting of a solid substance takes place at a particular fixed temperature. Is it yes or no, Ra? Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if we take for example water. Now, at what temperature the water will start converting into the liquid water? Ice at 0 degrees Celsius. Is it
0 degrees Celsius.
Yes. So if we keep the temperature, suppose my ice is at -10 degrees Celsius. Let me imagine. So this is the temperature of my ice. Now